What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Cardboard Drafthouse. My name's Ryan. Today I'm playing through Eila and Something Shiny. This is a story-driven adventure game where you're reading little excerpts from comics and then progressing through your day, which is comprised of the present, the past, and the future. Let's go ahead and open up the first book here, and I'll read the story, and then we will continue on our day. Just so you know, I've paired this game with coffee because this is a Sunday morning at about 8:30, and it's a cozy little Sunday morning type adventure. Don't need to get too crazy. All right, so let's see what Eila's all about here. Ooh, what's that shiny place? I really want to go up there. The tree is chuckling at us. You want to reach the peak, do you? Here, take this and prepare for your journey. Tree gives me a sweet new backpack. I like that. I also got another present for you. What is it? Not so fast, dear. I'll give it to you once you have everything ready. This guy's holding out on me. Go look for food, coins, and magical stones. Then you're all set. This guy's putting me to work, man. All right. So at the end of the book here, we've got the goal of the chapter, which is this card that I've placed out here. We need to have 3 food, 2 coins, and 1 magical stone on it within the 7 days. We don't start with anything. And the chapter components are cards 101 through 128, which I've already set up everything here. So we should be good to go. So yeah, the first thing you do is draw the first card of your day and interact with that card. What a beautiful world. Eila, shall we start preparing for your journey? So I've got 2 options here. I can relax for a bit first. I can get 3 energy, and then I'm going to add card 110, or I can explore the forest and I can get some knowledge and also add card 110. And either of these choices that I pick are going to send this card to the past, so we aren't going to see this card anymore for the rest of the game. I think I kind of like getting the energy, since I know that at the end of every day we need to spend energy or else we're going to lose health. So I'll start out by taking some energy here, and then we're going to add card 110 into the future, and because this arrow is pointing to the left, this card is going to go into the past. And we're on to our next encounter. I should mention I am playing chapter 1. This is the full chapter, so there will be spoilers. If you don't want anything spoiled, then maybe this isn't the video that you should be watching, but maybe you're just interested in the game, you want to know what happens a little bit, or you don't really want to play it for yourself and you just want to see what happens, come join me. Back to the game. So now we're harvesting carrots. I can either pull it out with my hands or I can dig it out with some tools. And since I don't have any tools yet, my only option here is to pull it out with my hands. So I'm going to go ahead and get a carrot. And again, either of these choices are going to send this card to the future. And so this card will go here. And we're off to the next card. Working part-time. Earn coins by moving crates. We can do it relax and chill, or we can get work done, and we can spend an energy to get 3 coins. Since we've got so much energy, why not? Let's get work done. Getting 3 coins. Ballin'! And again, either of these choices is going to send this card to the future. So that's there. What's our next card all about? Mr. Deer's Grocery. It's you again, Eila. How may I help you? I'd like to get some groceries where I can spend coins to get food. I have fresh carrots to offer where I can sell carrots to get coins. Or I'm looking for some items. I can spend 3 coins to buy one of those items, and the little symbols are here on the bottom left. And I get card 111. Oh, dang. I do really want to buy an item. I just don't know what exactly I'm going to need for future cards. So maybe I just gamble and I just buy an item. That'll also add card 111. Okay, so I think I might chance it and just buy one of these items. I get to look and see what these are. So I can either get the toolbox, I can get a rope, or I can get a magnifier. Oh boy. I don't know which of these I will really need. The rope sounds like if I fell down a hole or something, a well, that could get me out. A magnifier, I might need to investigate something. Let's take the rope. So now I've got a rope and I got to spend these 3 coins. And this is now going to the past, so we won't interact with that again. And it said to add card 111 to the future. So we got that going there. And I've got a rope. All right, let's keep on moving. Where am I? I've lost my way. I can either wait for rescue and get 2 fear, or I can find my way out and mark it on the map if I have the knowledge, if I have book, which I do not have. So we are going ahead and taking 2 fear. And then this is pointing this way, so this is going over here. Note to self, need some knowledge to get out of the forest for the next day. Here we got the great trees help. Living in the forest is tough. Is there anything I could do for you? Could you give me more food, or could you teach me some skills? We have 1 food right now. I don't know. I know we need 3 by the end of the 7th day, but I think we can get that. So maybe we'll go for this knowledge here. And that's going to add card 113 to the future. And then this card is going over here into the past. What do we got next? Squirrel's request. I'm starving. Do you have extra food to spare? Can either say, sorry, I don't, or I can give him my 1 carrot. Here you go, squirrel. I've been holding this carrot for something. I knew it. So I spent my carrot, and now I'm adding 124. So when you see this symbol here, it shows the card stand. It means you take this card and you're going to add it directly to the front of the card stand. And so that's going to be the next card that we interact with. And since this has the arrow pointing this way, we are putting this to the past. Let's see what happened giving Squirrel this food here. Squirrel's appreciation. You saved my life. You're welcome. Add card 114. That was so nice. That was so nice of you, Mr. Squirrel. And that is now back in the past. Next card. Great Trees Company. Don't worry, just come to me whenever you need help. We have a couple of options here. We can have a picnic under the tree, we can talk with the tree, or we can take a nap, and that gets rid of 2 fear. Oh boy. I want to get rid of the fear, but having nothing over here on this side is a little bit scary, so I think I'm going to choose to have a picnic, and I'll get the food back that I just gave to Squirrel, and that'll give me another energy here. And any of these options was going to put this card back to the future, so we will get this again at some point, which hopefully will allow me to get rid of these fear. So that card goes there. We're on our last card of the day. Chef Bear's Diner. Cook me anything. Welcome, Eila. What would you like today? I can spend food for energy. Don't really need to do that, so I'm actually going to pass today, Bear. Sorry. Your food's delicious, but I'm stuffed. Me and Squirrel had a meal earlier. So now that we're done with our day, we're going to do this here where I can commit 1 or 2 of any of these items here to put onto the day. And since I've only got the 1 food, I will go ahead and commit 1 of the food. Next, I can either spend an energy or I have to lose a heart. And I've got plenty of energy, so we will put the energy right here. That indicates our first day is done. Next, we shuffle the future and we put it into our present day card holder. And we're going to interact with all those cards again. On to day 2. All right, put these in the card holder. And we're off to day 2. Nice little leisurely Sunday, I suppose. All right. So I guess the rope has not helped me yet. I probably should have taken the toolbox because I had seen this card already, but I thought there might have been something scary coming up that would have required one of these other items. Could still happen. But anyway, we're harvesting carrots again. I don't have the toolbox, so I'm going to be pulling that out with my hands and getting 1 carrot. And that's going over here to the future. So we lost our way in the forest. We can either wait for rescue and get 2 more fear, or we can find our way out and mark it on the map. And since we have this knowledge, I'm going to go ahead and spend that. And since the arrow's pointing this way, we now no longer have to worry about getting lost in the forest. I like that. So this card right here, I can tell with the blue corner on it was one of the cards that we added. So we have not seen this one yet. Guidance. Building a habit keeps you grounded. Thank you, tree. So we can either learn gardening and we add habit card 2 to the card holder, or we can play music and we add 117 to the future, and we add habit 3 to the card. Oh man, I like music, but gardening sounds like we're gonna get some carrots. That is kind of the name of the game. Let's earn some carrots, I think. Let's do gardening. Hope that gets us some food. So I'm putting HO2 into the front of the card holder here. And this card is going over here. So let's see what that did for us. Gardening. Plant in a leisurely way. I can get 3 carrots, or I can be efficient. And if I had the toolbox, I could spend a knowledge to get 7 carrots. That's wild. I don't have it, so we're getting 3 carrots, which I still think is pretty good. And this card's pointing this way, so this is going to go right over here. Next card, what do we got? Back to Chef Bear's Diner. Once again, I'm pretty full, man. I've got enough energy, I've got enough carrots. I'm gonna go ahead and pass, sir. But thank you. Birdie's request. Man, I really needed to take that toolbox. What was I thinking? The wind nearly blew away our nest. Help. Promise to come back later. We can think of ways to improve the nest, which would require 2 book, which I don't have. Or if I had the toolbox, I could spend an energy and help rebuild the nest. I've got to come back later because I can't do either of these other 2 things. Sorry, birdie. My bad. I bought the wrong item. All right, we got the Great Trees Company. Man, I'm gonna need to help Bird build that nest, and I'm gonna need some book, but I really want to get rid of the fear too. I'll take the book for now because I haven't seen tons of ways to get the book, so I might need to hit this card twice before I'm able to even help the bird. So let's do that. This is gonna go back to the future. We're drawing another new card here. Uh-oh. A drizzle. Suddenly rain starts falling. I can run back home at once, spend an energy, and I add card 15, 16, or I get soaked and I just lose a heart and still add 15, 16. So let's go ahead and spend that energy. I don't want to lose a heart. And we're adding card 115 and card 116. And we beat that, so we're good there. Next up, working part-time. Oh man, we're down to 1 energy now, and I can spend that energy to get 3 coins, or I can just relax and chill and get the 1 coin. I think I'm just gonna chill on it. I'm gonna hold on to that energy for right now and just get myself 1 coin, not go too crazy. And we're on the last card for the day. It is Mr. Deer's Grocery, where we can either buy carrots or we can sell carrots for money. I think I don't mind selling 1 carrot for a coin. Let's go ahead and do that. So I can sell 1 carrot, X amount of carrots for X amount of coins, but I'm just going to do 1. We'll take that, and that goes to the future here. That was day 2. So back to this card here. We can fulfill either 1 or 2 of those. I'm wondering if I should do 1 and 1, or if I should just complete the carrots or just complete the coins. Does seem, now that we have gardening in there, it seems a little easier to get carrots, but I don't know if I'm going to need these coins for any of the new cards that we just added. So let's just do 1 and 1 for right now. And I'll spend my energy so that we don't lose a heart. And that was day 2. I'm going to shuffle up and then move on to day 3. And this rope has really just been putting in work for us, huh? That was a good choice. All right, let's see what we got. On to day 3. We are at Mr. Deer's Grocery, where we can buy and sell carrots. I don't think we need to do that. So I'm gonna just move that over into the future. Draw the next card. Man, I was hoping we wouldn't hit this early, but we're back to Birdie's request. And I do not have enough book here, so once again, Birdie, I'll be back later. I swear, I promise, I'm trying. Oh no, what is this? Hey, the rope is finally coming into play. We got Dr. Owl's Nook. This is a new card here. We can climb using our bare hands, and we have to spend 3 energy, which I do not have. We can climb using the ropes, where I can spend 1 energy, and then we're going to add card 126. Or I can look for a secret passage if I had the magnifying glass, which I don't, or I can walk away. So what I can do here is I can spend 2 food to get myself an energy. So let's go ahead and do that. So now that I have the rope, I can spend my energy, and we can climb using the rope. And it looks like that puts this card over here, which seems a bit weird, but we'll go ahead and do that. And it said to add card 126 directly to the card stand. So let's see what we got going on here. What is this all about? Dr. Owl's offer. What we learn becomes a part of who we are. Well, if I had an extra coin, I could pay for a lesson and I could get 2 books. But I only have 1 coin. However, I can at least borrow a book from his library to get another one of these to get some knowledge here. So, and then it says, this is a new symbol that I haven't seen yet in playing this day. What this little arrow means is put the card back where you got it from. So it looks like this is just going to go back to right here. So we can potentially revisit Owl anytime we might need to get more book. So that's chill. On to the next card. Light Rain. So I can either run back home at once, I need to spend an energy to do so, or I get soaked and I add 119 and 120. I'm out of resources, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to get soaked. I'm going to have to lose one of my hearts. And we're adding 119 and 120. All right. So we're adding card 119 and 120. And this is going back this way. So next card. Working part-time. I do not have energy, so I am going to just relax and chill and take a coin. And that's going to move over here. Chef Bear's Diner. I can turn food into energy, and I do not have any food. So once again, Chef Bear, sorry I haven't taken you up on your food. Now we are at the Great Trees Company. We do have the 2 knowledge that we need for Birdie's nest thing the next time we encounter that. I don't have food and I don't have energy, which I'm going to need for the end of the day. So I think that's our smartest play here is just take the food, have a picnic with the Great Tree, go 1 and 1, and this is going to come back over here. Oh, and then we found gardening. Wish we would have found that first. I get 3 food from that. Nobody's mad about that. And this is going to go over here. And our last card of the day is harvesting carrots. And since I don't have the toolbox, my only option is to pull it out with my hand. Get one of these. Goes here. And this goes to the future. So that's the end of day 3. And we're looking all right here. I am noticing to get this star, we need to turn 5 books into one of the magic stones. It's looking like the owl is our best bet on getting the books here. So just keeping that in mind for the next couple of days. So we can commit some items here. So let's commit our last coin and our last carrot. So now all we need to do is get that magic stone and we're good. I do have an energy, so I will use that so we don't lose a heart here. And we are shuffling the future and heading back. So we're gonna need some coins if we wanna buy the lesson from the owl and get more of these books. All right, there we go. And we're on to day 4. So let's kick it off. We got gardening. So we're gonna gain 3 carrots. And since I'm maxed out over here, I think I'll just spend 2 of the carrots and turn them into an energy right now. And we'll go to the next day. A shower. The rain is getting heavier. Run back home at once, spend an energy and add 122, or I get soaked. We will spend this energy and we will add card 122. Feel like, oh, this should be upside down, sorry. Feel like this rain is just gonna keep getting heavier and heavier on us. And this is going to the past here. All right. Great Trees Company. Have a picnic under the great tree, talk with the great tree, or take a nap and lose the fear. I think I'm going to take the book, since I know we need that for the birds request, and we're going to need the book to get that last star, I think. So this is going to go back over this way. Chef Bear. I might have you cook me something up today, man. That sounds delicious. Let's do 3. Since this is a better rate, normally I have to spend 2 for 1, and here I can just do 1 for 1. So I'm going to spend 3 carrots and just straight up get 3 energy. Kind of maxes out this side here, but with all this rain and flooding, I feel like I'm going to need the energy, especially for at the end of the day. So go do that. What do we got here? We got harvesting carrots. Once again, I just have to pull out my hand, and that is that. Working part-time. We do need coins for if we are going to buy the lessons from Owl. So I will go ahead and spend one of the energy to get 3 coins. 1, 2, 3. All right. So that is done there. Mr. Deer's Grocery, where we can exchange carrots for coins, but I think we're good. Yeah, sorry, Mr. Deer, don't have any wares for you today, sir. Birdie's Request. I'm glad we hit this before we hit the Owl because we're pretty maxed out over here on this side. So we can think of a way to improve the nest by spending 2 of these. Let's go ahead and do that. Then we're going to add card 125 to the front of this here. And this will finally move back over to this side in the past. And let's see what happened with Birdie's Nest. Birdie's Appreciation. Thank you. You're really kind, Eila. Add card 118. You're welcome, Birdie. And then this card goes to the past. Next up, we have... Oh no, what the heck? Here comes the wolf. Hey, where do you think you're going? Give me my money or I'll eat you alive. Hand in your wallet. You lose a money and get a fear, or you get intimidated by the wolf and you just get 2 fear. That's lame. Here's my $1, dude. And then I still get a fear. And he's just going to keep on coming back. So this goes over here to this side. And we draw another card. And this is the Owl's Nook. We can go ahead and climb it using the rope, using our energy. And that puts card 126 in the front of the stack here. This goes over this way. And we know that we are going to meet up with the Owl. And we can go ahead and pay for the lesson. Spend 2 coins, which will give us 2 books. And then this card goes back to where it came from. That's the end of day 4. We're looking pretty good right now. We should be able to do this on the next day. I might need to clear some of this fear up. We can't commit anything to the day because we don't have the magic stone. But we can use our energy here. We don't lose a heart. And then we are shuffling this deck here. Let me get a sip of coffee before we go to day 5, huh? It's been treacherous out here. There's rains and wolves and all kinds of stuff. All right. Put this back in here. And we're off. Oh, cool. The wolf first thing in the morning? Come on, man. Gosh. Spend the coin, we get a fear. So now we definitely need to clear some of this fear because we don't even have enough spaces to hold all 5 of these books that we need. I was hoping that we would not get fear first thing, but oh my gosh. Dang, dude. This is in a terrible order. I'm definitely getting a lot of carrots because I have my gardening and stuff. So I can spend the 2 carrots to get an energy. I can spend that energy to put card 126 in the front here. And this is going to move this way. And then we're going to visit Owl. And I don't have the money to pay, but I only have 1 spot anyway, so I can just get a free book, which can go here. And then I'm putting Owl back over here. And then we are continuing about our day. Teddy is trapped. Teddy, what have you done to yourself? Help, is anybody there? Pull him up with your bare hands. I can spend 2 energy. I can pull him up with a rope with 1 energy, or I can leave him alone. I'm sorry, Teddy, I do not have the energy right now, so I will come back for you, I swear. He goes over into the future. All right, so we are working part-time. I'm just gonna get a coin, take it nice and chill, relax and chill. Move that over to here. Next card, we got buy groceries. I don't think we're gonna really need coins right now, so I will spend a coin for 1 food. We'll draw this. Oh my gosh, what is this now? An evil omen? I just get a fear. I add card 123 to the future and I put card 128 in the front. Whenever I have to add a fear and I don't have space for it, I have to make space for it. So I'm losing 1 of the books. Man, I don't know if I can like keep up with this now. I'm gonna be removing the 2 fear from the tree card, but then I'm just like gaining 2 fear. Well, I guess this goes away, so maybe not. I don't know. Got to keep trudging along and see what happens. We're putting 123 here. I don't like that evil omen, dude. And then 128 is going to the front of the stack. And this card goes to the past. So what is this all about now? Oh my gosh. Heavy downpour. I have to spend 2 energy or I get soaked. I guess we're getting soaked, man. Things are starting to look pretty scary all of a sudden. I don't like that. And this card sticks around, so this is going over here. So Chef Bear can cook us something, but I don't have anywhere to hold energy. I really need to hit that tree so that I can get rid of some of this fear. I probably should have gotten rid of fear on one of my earlier turns. I'm going to pass on it today, Mr. Bear. Need to find my tree friend to help me out. All right, we're going to pull out a carrot with our bare hands here. We're going to get 3 more carrots. All right, and then this last card, it's got to be meeting up with the tree, huh? Where have you been? All right, we got to take a nap under the shade to start dealing with some of this fear. So we'll get that out of here. And before the day's done, I will spend 2 of these for an energy. So that way we can spend that instead of losing a heart. And this will go over here. So we're at the end of the day. I can't commit anything, but I can spend my energy here. We've got 2 days left, day 6 and 7. So we're good there. And I'm going to shuffle. Oh, we really need to get books before we encounter that wolf or anything that's going to give us fear. I'm going to shuffle this up real good. All right. Put this back in the holder here. And we are off and running for this day. Mr. Deer's Grocery. We will need coins for the lesson at Owls. So I will spend 2 carrots for 2 coins. Ooh. But also the wolf might rob us. So let's spend a 3rd, actually. I forgot about that. We'll do that. All right. Now we can spend carrots for energy. Oh, dang. I forgot about the downpour card that needs 2 energy. We'll go ahead and do this. We'll spend 1 to get 1 energy at least. Because we do need that energy to climb up to the owl's house anyway. And yeah, so this goes here. All right, so we get 3. This will go over here. Gosh, you're so annoying, Wolf. All right, we got to spend the coin, and we're going to get another fear. So once again, we're kind of stuck. We need to find that tree so that we can get rid of some of this fear so we can hold enough books. Hey, it's my boy. We're taking a nap under the tree, dog. Thank you. All right, so we're just gonna pull this carrot. Boop. Oh no. All right, so we hit a thunderstorm. I have an energy at least, so we can spend the energy and just gain 1 fear, which we're still able to hold enough books right now. Hopefully we don't get fear any other way. So that's going to stay over here. Come on, owl, where you at? Ask and you shall receive. So I'm going to spend my 2 carrots to get an energy. Then we can spend that energy and use our rope. And we add card 126. And this goes to the future. And we're going to draw this card. And we're going to spend $2 to get a lesson from Owl, which gives us our 5 books here. And then this card will go back to where it belongs. I'm just going to convert this right now. So we have our 5 books, and that can turn into a magical stone. I'll take the coin. We can just relax and chill. Teddy. What's up, Teddy? We will go ahead and spend our 2 carrots to get an energy. So that way we can pull him up with the rope. We need to spend an energy, and then we add card 127 to the front of the stack here. Hopefully that gives us something good. And then this card will go to the past. What's up, Teddy? I'm glad you're safe now. Teddy's gratitude. I owe you my life. Please accept this. He gives me back some carrots. Thank you. I was hungry after all that work, pulling you out of the well there. And we're going to add card 121, which I don't think we're ever even going to experience, but who knows? This will go back to the past. On our last card of the day, which is the heavy downpour. I don't have the 2 energy to spend, so we get soaked, which means we lose a heart. I am, before we go to the end of the day, going to convert the 2 carrots into an energy. This is going to go here. We are done for the day. So the first thing we can do is commit, and I can commit that last star. I'm not sure if we immediately end the scenario right now, but I do have the energy anyway to be able to spend it, and we don't lose that last heart. And so I'm not sure if you need to do that as well. I'm just going to do that. And that's it. We completed our first week here in Eila and Something Shiny, and we get to read the ending comic to see where we're going next. So let's take a look. You can see the thunderstorm is happening. There's a pitter patter on this present that Tree got from me. I am running back. There's a bunch of lightning crackles happening. Oh no, dude. My scarf flew off. There's like branches flying around. Oh, there's a branch coming right for me. whoosh, there's like shards of glass. This is pretty scary stuff. Boom, it looks like tree swooped in and caught that, but right before it knocked me out. The tree has scooped me up. Looks like I'm a little worse for wear here. And so yeah, tree sets me, picks me up. Weather's kind of clearing out. And I'm seeing the mountain. Looks like a bunch of devastations happened. I'm obviously not happy. And yeah, tree sets me down. And tree looks a little messed up too, dude. He doesn't look happy either. Oh my gosh. It looks like the tree might have just died. I'm not entirely sure. Eila is definitely crying and knocking at the bottom of the tree and sniffing. And it looks like my scarf is rustling over there behind the tree. So I noticed that. Oh, it's not the scarf, it's his present. Jeez. So I go over, I open up the present from the tree. Looks like he gave me a cool hat. I'm remembering all the good times with the great tree. I put on the hat and I see the something shiny on top of the mountain. And with that, I gotta leave the tree and I gotta go find the something shiny. Dang, dude. This got real really fast. Well, I hope you liked that playthrough. Hopefully I can continue on this journey. We can go through all 5 chapters together. And if you liked what you saw, please like, please hit subscribe. I'll keep making these videos so that me and you can hang out, whether it's Saturday night and we're drinking beers or Sunday morning and we're chilling and having some coffee. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.